Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing you your grand final here for Junior College Call of Duty in this spring semester of 2025. My name's Red Rook. Joined with me today is Unsolved. My friend, it's coming down to this. It's just looking at it from a distant view. It is a miracle to kind of see the game what we're going to be having. But how are you feeling right now for our grand final?
I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what these teams are going to bring just for this match alone. But honestly, man, before we get into it though, I just want to talk about this bracket. We had some banger performances. When I'm man,
I mean, let's
I'm look,
talk about it right here. I mean, the big one I think is CVCC. Look at them; they're the 9th seed. They beat the #1 team, Palominos. They've worked their way through this. Sumter now is also a team that went undefeated in their regular season. So this is like a David Goliath. The fact that we're talking about the Red Hawks here in the final is just a miracle. And let's take a look at some of these names here for this game. You've got the Fire Ants, who I think are going to be your favorites here in this series. Red Hawks with maybe a chance to make what could be a huge miracle upset in the junior college scene. If you're one of these teams, Unsolved, right, and you're a 9 seed, backs up against the wall, you lost to them 3-0 in the regular season, what are you telling yourself? What are you telling the players to try and figure out how to make an upset?
First thing I wanted to say is the game mode that we've been the strong game mode that I have seen so far out of this squad, Hardpoint. They have been immaculate at Hardpoint. The rotations are on point. The trades, the setups has been on point. And yes. Search and Destroy, I can say this too. Search and Destroy has been really good. It has.
Yeah, I mean, probably just try to lean on your modes right there. And if you can start off hot on a vault hard point, that's crucial. We are going to be seeing 2 maps pretty much throughout until we hit that dealership if we require a map 5. But we will begin with a vault protocol and then another vault. And if we do need that map 4, it's a protocol hard point. And then a dealership S&D to close this thing out. It's interesting because you can see it look. I would say that the Red Hawks really favor this protocol map. They've picked it twice here.
Oh, yeah. Protocol is definitely a map where you can bust different lanes wide open. If we're looking at Protocol overall, we're going to see who can watch, when we get to Search and Destroy, who's going to watch the B push. That helicopter spot is definitely going to be important.
Yeah, and as we start to go throughout this series, it's just going to be, I think if you get one map here in these first 2 for Catawba, then you can really start to turn this series around and get it in your way. Folks, we are going to be underway here. Your #2 seed, USC, is in that white on the mini-map, and in the red is the Red Hawks. And we are underway with map 1, everything to play for. And wow, not a great start here for the Red Hawks as it's a team kill, a self-nade kill coming against them. And that should break the way of the Fire Ants here for some opening time.
Wow, that's not the start you expect, but Reno already got 2 down. Yeah, that is definitely not what you expect out of that. But hey, get right back into it, and Mayhem's just going at it, still going.
And already starting the way we thought they might just in this series. Fire Ants are really poised to maybe take control, but as I say that, Red Hawk actually has a decent amount of map control. Keep your eye on Mayhem on the mini-map. He will actually get caught out. So the rotations are there for the Red Hawks. They are yet to get any of this time. Reno gets caught out over by the catwalk side. So the rotations are in for the 9 seed here in this playoff format. They should be able to get something done.
Well, the P2 setups is what we need to look for. And Mayhem just catches them out and make it a triple for dead in the feed already. The instant break.
Yeah, instantly broken there. I mean, only 11 seconds went the way there of the Red Hawks. Mayhem's trying to push his aggression over. And hold on a second here. The team from North Carolina is starting to find maybe a way back into this one. Santi trying to hold down the hill. They all start to line up. He finds 2 to his name. Gonna lay down and let his teammates cover him. Mayhems will find 1 to be traded out, but honestly, it's about the rotation game right now Unsolved. You can see getting very aggressive on the map is ADR, trying to maybe secure some rotations, and that's not good for the Redhawks. They're spawning at old.
Oh, that is not the place you want to spawn at. But hey, look at number 8. Already trying to get the setups in for this new time. 11 seconds across 2 hills is not the kind of start you're looking at when you're the Redhawks.
You got to find ADR. That's the big one. Huge 1v1. If you would have picked up that second one as well, that would have been a nice spawn secure there on that side of the map. But look at it. On the top side of the map is all fire ants. They have a pretty good setup, and they have that top arc control as well. But they still think that there's players over on that side of the map, and there might be a little bit of a gap. Aiden tries to find one. He gets shut down, not having a great series right now, 4-7, kind of towards the bottom side of his team. Santi pushed up on this car. It could explode maybe, but gets caught out instead. KT gets aggressive on the middle of the map. Mayhem also falls, so kills going every which way, and the Redhawks break once again. Honestly, it feels like Unsolved that the Fire Ants are destroying them, but look at that score. It's only a 50-point game, and Redhawks are starting to slowly claw back.
Yeah, they are. Hex, he tries to, make that push, make that right play, catches 2 in the feed, and wow, okay, we got another 2 down there. Honestly, this is a strong start for the Fire Ants here. Strong start, but even the stronger rotation push.
I was just about to say that. I was like, hey, look at this. They've got the money hill for this map, and remember, you really see time get usually split, but when you get this final one on this rotation, you can usually get some damage done, and you have to protect this side of the map. That's Jumpa, who will defend valiantly, and that's going to secure these spawns. I mean, look, you can go back and forth on the kill feed, but right now it's lighting red. The players are just going to keep spawning close. Mayhem will finally catch Jumpa off guard, and now it's starting to open the way up the Fire Ants. Mayhem will fall, but these spawns are still going the way of these North Carolina players. Heck, up top, can't defend. Time will start to go right back to Fire Ants as they're going to build on that 30-point lead.
Jumper was on that 7th streak trying to look for the kill streak. There's 2 down in the feed. They're protecting this point, but 12-7 out of Jumper. Trying to carry his team on his back there in the kills department. But honestly, the rotation from that P3 to P4 was perfect. But hey, you know what? New set of rotation thing. Ooh.
Yeah, so there's a battle on the backside of the map right now. That's Jumpa and Mayhem who are trying to duke it out for spawns. It will go the way of Mayhem. Meanwhile, on the hill, Redhawk has broken through. Reno trying to get above and cause some havoc from the sky. Finds one, can't find another. Just needed to put another bullet. Gets actually traded out there by KT. Santi now goes for a big 2-piece. I think Redhawks really need to focus on this P2. That's what they struggled last time. Fire Ants, they were able to get a decent amount of time on that P1, but more importantly, Redhawks got no time on P1. This time around, they're looking much better.
Oh, yeah. The first set of rotations, Redhawks only collected 11 points in the first 2 hills, but they are now fighting their way back in. Santi gets caught. Ooh, trades going back and forth as this P2 is in the hands of the Fire Ants.
I mean, for Redhawks, they got to find a moment where they can turn this map around. They keep staying within closing distance. That's good, and this could actually be the moment. That's 2 kills. Great footwork from Aiden, honestly, to stay alive over there by middle U. Mayhem's now pushed up, laying down on the floor. He's going to have some help from Santi. KT finds another. But look at those spawns. There's 3 white arrows on the back of the hill. They're starting to flood through, and as these kills go back and forth, it honestly kind of just keeps breaking the way. The Fire Ants! Reno finds 2. The break through the hill. Last player remaining is Aiden. He might have honestly slipped in that. I don't think anyone saw him. Somehow, some way, Aiden breaks his way back in. Scrap time should go the way of the Redhawks, and these spawns are kind of chaotic right now across the map, but the rotations are for Fire Ants.
Ooh, Ninja balling his way through Reno. Gets the last 7 seconds into that as this new hill pops open. He's got a 4-man. Okay, now everyone on Fire Ants is just firing. No pun intended there. Literally just going at it, Jumpa with 2 though.
I was just about to say, this is a great setup from Fire Ants, but then Jumpa from up top makes that just that little bit more difficult. But these rotations for Irons look really strong. They don't seem to care too much always about getting kill time. They much prefer the control of the map. Santee calls in a score streak in the middle of that round. So we're going to take a little bit of a pause. It kind of feels like in the action as there's a little joustling for map control. And you can see KT trying to control the tunnels underneath the map. Kill time will go to the Redhawks. They always find somehow, some way to just get scrap time. Look at this. The backside of the map is completely open. And Catawba slides right on in. You can see Jumpa controlling the map very well, but Fire Ants are going to try and claim it back.
Meanwhile, Santee, he's already set for this next rotation. Jumpa as well, he's trying to fight for it as well during the spawns. And also, Reno is on the 2 right now. But I love their idea. I love the idea of the Fire Ants to try to get this rotation first. But man, it's going to be kind of hard to bust this one wide open if you're the Redhawks. You want to try to pay for trades or something. Santee with 3 dead already. And make it 4.
Trying to break through. Can't really do so. Aiden finds one, but we saw this for Catawba last time around. They were able to hold on and play the trades and get the time. And look at the difference now. I mean, at our end of our first set of rotations, Catawba was just right there, right behind the Fire Ants. Now, USC can win on this next hill, and there's still plenty more time here on the scrap. There's 15 seconds remaining. They're going to cross that 200-point threshold. USC looks to take the lead.
Oh, yeah. Santee was on a 6 spree before getting dropped. Man, what some plays out of Santee, just playing his life and just playing the aggression, too. The aggression's full right there. And the new set of rotations is in. Santee again.
Santee.
30 kills to his name. Mayhem's right behind with 2.
It's like LeBron and Wade. They're just going back and forth, setting each other up. Santee, oh my gosh, can anybody shut this guy down? Finally, Aiden left to get it done himself, and there comes the breakthrough onto the objective. So you got Mayhem, who's just at 22 and 20. Santee absolutely dominating in the lobby. Elsewhere, I feel like Catawba is just playing as a unit right now, as a full team. Jumpa leading the line right now for his team at 21-19, but they really have to make this break for the scrap, and then they have to try and fight for this rotation as well. Here comes the front line. Aiden falls. Reno finds 2. All down for Catawba, and they can't win it here, but boy, oh boy, it feels like mentally they've won it there.
You know what? Honestly, to call a game right there, this man Santee is going crazy. 35 and 19 to his name. Mayhems, you know what? Hey, Redhawks, they get this rotation in, but honestly, you need a perfect game if you want a chance to at least get close.
Players in the back, Fire Ants are trying to maybe force their way in, but honestly, Catawba is doing well to kind of shut it out. Now come the backside is Aiden starting to clear things out, and it looks like they're going to be able to clean house, so it's not over just yet. Catawba starting to close back at that lead. They could maybe hit the 190-point mark. Now, USC has a little bit of a dilemma. You try and hit this 30 seconds, you try to just make sure you can shore up that rotation to P3. Well, it's going to be the first one. They're trying to fight this at old. Ooh, boy, but they're losing numbers here. Now 15 seconds left. Catawba defend valiantly. Honestly, they probably only lost like overall 1 life. Now Jumpa on the rotation will fall, so there will be about a 14-second gap for Catawba to make this rotation once this hill pops.
Oh man, let's see what Redhawks can do in this. Fire Ants, they're still thriving in the hill. Santee with over 1 minute and 25 of hill time. Just making plays, making rotations. Reno gets 2 down. Man, Redhawks.
Here comes Aiden. Aiden trying to slide on through. He has to break through now. Oh my gosh, the kill feed is starting to light up red. I don't know how the Catawba has not lost this map yet. It's almost a miracle, kind of like their run here in playoffs, that they are fighting, just continuing to fight. Aiden now fighting through the front. This is beautiful resilience, but Santee, the hero, might just make the break. KT closes it up, so 5 seconds remain for Fire Ants. They also have the rotation. Catawba has to make a historic break here and find their way through the number 2 team on this money hill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Wait, they can win it at old. They can win it at old. Catawba tries to make the break through. Oh, heartbreak as Redhawks come back, get shut down at that P3, and that's going to be map 1. And despite what you would probably think is going to be a huge advantage to USC, that was a very entertaining map 1.
That was. Can we talk Santi putting on a clinical performance? Almost a 40 bomb. This man was playing the right positions at the right time, setting up his team for trades. Even when he was going on that crazy 6 spree to try to secure the sponge for his team. I know Mr. ADR had a tough one, but man, if we talk
Didn't
about
matter.
it didn't matter because he was playing the heals as well. 30 non-traded kills. Oh my gosh.
250, 208 is our final score there in map 1, and the Fire Ants get things rolling, and it feels a lot like what we saw in that regular season, a 3-0 from this team that's in the lead. I have to say, like, if you look at those moments there Unsolved about maybe where you could have seen the Red Hawks maybe grab something, they started the game off poor on that hill 1 and the rotation to hill 2. If you clean that up, who knows? Maybe it's a 225 game. And then the second rotation on that money hill there at the end, they let that one slip away. If they fix one of those scenarios, it's probably a nail-biting game. We're seeing Santi get a 40 bomb maybe. The game plays out differently. It's not finishing a 50-point game. It's more like a 10-point game finish.
I won't lie. I did love the ideas of the setups the Red Hawks were having. And the P2 I think needs a little more work. Though I love the setups they did have, but their setups were not that tight where they got broken into easily. Now we're on to a protocol search and destroy.
Now, this is where I would say, like, just S&D in general, like, you can be the underdog, but just play your style and make USC maybe think differently, make Summitor try to adjust in that way. So that's going to be a key point for Catawba, is how do you maybe throw them off guard here and make this game yours? You got to set the pace off. You got to be probably a little bit clever in the way you play. Specifically for Protocol Unsolved, how do you think we should see Catawba go about trying to make a comeback here at map 2?
If I'm trying to make a comeback, my only idea would be to try to if we're looking at it from my perspective, I would say you play if you're pushing all the way towards B side, or at least underground when you're pushing the A, that helicopter could be your best friend. That helicopter side can definitely be your best friend if you play it right. But also, you might want to set up your teammates for trades. Even if you guys are
I
all
agree.
rushing, you have to set your team up for trades.
Yeah, you definitely maybe want to like 4-stack, try to play trades, catch them off guard with sheer force. If you try to split up into a bunch of 1v1s, maybe the gun skill of somebody like Santi can just absolutely start to fry you. I think that it is a great point. You have to catch them off guard, maybe do a little bit of an overload, try to favor a side that you like. You mentioned the helicopter side of the map. That could be somewhere where you can catch off guard and maybe play to your favor. So we will be back here on Protocol for map 2. On the attack first will be the Fire Ants trying to keep their streak going, and they could also maybe just play that stack and make that push, as they're going to show some love towards the A side.
Oh, the A hit is coming in powerful. Meanwhile, their hits taken from
Oh, that's Santi. To be honest, there Unsolved, Santi kind of pulled the trigger early, and it gave Heck a moment to just get out of dodge right there. B site will be open, but the numbers are in favor of Catawba. This is going to be a little chase over here by ADR. KT finds the opening kill there over on that side of the map, so it's a 4v2 retake. But the Fire Ants do have a decent position. Oh, it's a 1v4 now. Surely Mayhems can't make the spectacular happen. Beautiful retake coming in from the Red Hawks as they isolate every single member there of those Ants and get the retake.
Taking down Santi was first blood on Santi was the smartest move ever. I love the shots. Santi over challenged that position and just got caught instantly. I love the awareness from the teams.
I loved Santi's play though. You know what I'm saying, Unsolved? Because he had that whole left side, got the flank, but what he did wrong was he shot that where he couldn't get the kill. He shot him, a quick reaction from Heck, went to cover, went for the drop shot, and played a beautiful 1v1. So it's kind of like on Santi there, like not the greatest play, but setting it up was beautiful. It just did not work. And I think Red Hawks now will be a little bit more aware of maybe Sinti trying a flank.
Ooh, we may have an A push coming on here.
You talked about that, stacking up as a 4-stack, trying to hit through this side of the map. KT Nade will be traded out. It's a 3v3. Hey, play those trades. So far, that is going the way of Catawba. They have site control, but just like we saw in the previous iteration, bomb will be down, but it's now a 1v3.
Bomb got planted at A. Oh my gosh, that was 1v2.
Oh, he stopped shooting.
Oh, he stopped.
That's so unlucky. That one was a little bit more doable than the 1v4 we saw that Fire into Mayhem had to try and collect. But it will be another retake we saw. It just felt like they had that first trade, right?
Yeah.
The Red Hawks, and then they weren't able to get that second one. Got caught unlucky on the flank on the defuse. Beautiful anticipation there. And it's going to be 1-1 here. A little battle here, folks, between these two teams as we got the North Carolina team, Catawba, and the University of South Carolina, Sumter, going against each other. Right here on the East Coast, you could say close enemies here in the junior college scene, and they found themselves here in the final, all tied up in map 2, 1-1.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Got the Battle of the Carolinas for this one. But you know what? Let's see what happens here. Reno's trying to put some shots in, and there were some shots in him too as well. Santi.
There's Santi again.
Yeah. Trying to
Santi's right back. Oh my goodness, yeah, he's going to get a free one this time around. He won't make a mistake on that, so is USC going to be able to punish that? Well, they figure out where he is. Like, oh, you're over here then, huh? Reno jumps out the window very aggressively, and it's going to cost him his life. Catawba reclaimed their lead, and we're starting to see defense is very favored right now. We're not seeing too many openings here for these attacks.
Yeah, we're not. The aggression from Santi, again, pushing through enemy spawn. He got that freebie, but then the opponents, Red Hawks, they just read that. So I love the awareness of the Red Hawks so far.
Yeah, they're adjusting to Santi, it feels like, a lot, right? We've seen him hit that flank every time on the attack, over on that bottom side of the map, over by the helicopter. And you can see it almost caught him out the first round, the Red Hawks. They were able to get a kill, Santi, but then he got traded. So beautiful adjustments coming in from Catawba on that defense. And here it comes again, that A site, very aggressive. Now you have to try and play this trade on Santi, but man, Santi just does not care. He is just flying in the face of Catawba, and he usually walks away with the kill. 3 kills right now here on this round, or excuse me, on this map.
Ooh, Reno gets his shots in too. Man, I love this. Okay, Reno gets taken down. Now, we gotta see what is bomb planted? No, haven't seen any bomb plants just yet.
Heavy
honestly,
defense over here by that B objective right now unsolved. You can see the Fire Ants are playing very deep in their spawn, and there's just that one player right now who's hanging out. That Sandy's trying to play down inside the bunker will be shut down. It's actually now a 2v1, kind of flipping the script. 20 seconds left, but plenty of time, honestly. Get this plant down. Mayhems makes the rotation, knows that the action's going to be over here. He almost had a temporary 1v1. He will win. Gets out with his life. That's a beautiful heads-up play, knowing that there's plenty of time on the defuse. Forces the 1v1, doesn't allow KT to trade.
Ooh, he escapes, and he's going to retry this. And Mayhems gets the second one. Gets the second one and gets the defuse on. 1v2 out of Mayhems for that round win. Oh my gosh. He gets the first kill, and then he takes off with his life. He re-rotates right back and just waits instead of rushing for that opponent, and gets a clean kill for that round win clutch.
That's just a classic sucker punch to the gut right there and solved. I mean, a 2v1 that was originally a 3v2 against you. You had the plant down, but a beautiful, excuse me, clutch there from Mayhems as he just works those individual gunfights in seamlessly. And to be fair, like, you obviously say, like, oh, we got to play together, play the trades. They were really close to each other. Mayhems was just so quick to get out of that. Speaking of quick, it's going to be a quick plant here for the Fire Ants. Santi gets that bomb down, and it didn't cost them any of their lives. So immediately the Red Hawks, they now have to find another defuse.
Wow. Wow, what a fast plant. And Mayhems catches AT
Traded.
and gets traded out. But 3v3.
Make it now a 3v2 here for the team trying to reclaim this site. The Red Hawks back up against the wall. Santee up close and personal finds one. Might be getting traded out here, but the cover fire from USC has them take the lead here for the first time in this S&D with the score of 3-2. And that's 2 rounds in a row. It was that back and forth defense that we were seeing for these previous 4 rounds. And finally, we're going to see an attack. And it's going to come here from the number 2 seed.
What a good S&D we got going on so far. Wow, okay. We already seen some wonderful clutches out of Fire Ants. But man,
that was fundamental, it felt like.
I know,
last
right?
round.
It really, yeah, it did. But KT 5-3 along with the teammate.
This looks very aggressive here inside the bunker. Santee finds that opening pick, but nobody played the trade for the Fire Ants. There's nobody at all there. It looks like Kataba will walk on through, and Mayhem's on a very long flank, running a Bose route, if you will. Might be able to find a gap momentarily. Tries for the reaction flick, and that's going to be 2 attacking rounds after we just saw a heavy defensive favored 4 opening rounds. So the script starting to flip a little bit here in map 2, as that's a very important round to stop that from going 4-2, keeping yourselves within reach, like we kind of saw on that hard point there for Kataba.
I know Jumper had a very, very kind of a tough map 1, but right now, this man is on fire. Putting down his shot works. I know the scoreboard is messed up for Jumper, but that man is on 7 right now. KT, man, this Red Hawks team, they're trying to put it in right now.
And here comes more aggression from the Fire Ants. This worked for them on their attacking round win, but Reno has fallen. So it's not going all according to plan. Oh my goodness, it was 9 health, I'm pretty sure, there for Heck, right at the bottom of the spiral staircase. Santee will go and hunt on the prowl, find the kill. Now, favor in for the attacking team. 1 player remains, KT in a 1v2. We saw the situation for Mayhems. He was able to win it. Now, it's on the reverse. Kataba trying to make some magic of their own. 8-3 for KT. You brought him up unsolved. We need to see some heroics for him. He's certainly doing that in the kill feed. Now, you can see you can maybe just play split and try and run and play your life if you're one of these players. Or you have to play these trades, and that's exactly what they're doing. Santee and Mayhem playing back against the wall. KT, it's almost like he's baiting right now, trying to hope that somebody overextends their position. Mayhem keeps getting tickled down, but just disengages. Not going to happen. KT will not be able to make this clutch. USC wins the post-plant scenario, and now we're starting to see this. And I feel like everybody's got this figured out unsolved. We know how to attack this. They're getting this bunker set up really well on the attack side.
Santee 7-5. Look, if I'm on Red Hawks, or at least in that situation, I would try to at least isolate a player. If I couldn't get the isolate a player, play a life, so you at least make it impossible for it to trade, and then try to see if I can get that last kill in. KT 8-4. He's trying his hardest right now. But down by 1 round. Let's see what can happen on this side. Santee, the aggression again, trying to push through this A side.
Yeah, but Kataba's going to be slow this time around, as you can see. We have been seeing very heavy clashes, usually from Santee inside the basement. ADR finds an opening blood. Fire Ants can't take a 5-3 lead. Maybe courtesy there of Mr. Mayhem's trying to flank through the back. It looks like him and Santee have just been this very aggressive, in-your-face duo throughout tonight. And it's going to be sniffed out. Aiden finds a refrag, making this a 3v3. But man, oh man, this is a different pace from the previous couple of rounds we've seen. Very split up from the Fire Ants. Santee kind of in charge of watching downstairs, but much slower.
Man, oh man. No one's planted the bomb yet. See what kind of push they can make as we try to do this 3v3 here. Honestly, well, let's see what happens. This might be a B hit. See who can use his helicopter.
So now they know he's in the helicopter. Aiden right now is trying to help out Jumpa and Jumpa will find that kill. So now you have to retake that site. It's going to be a 2v2. ADR brought down to 13 HP. Will escape. Santi knows about that player inside. They're going to deal with the other one first, and now it's a 1v2. Player hanging on the helipad. Santi trying to get aggressive. Does he have a teammate to help him out? Yes, he will. ADR cleans it up, and the duo of Santi and ADR get the retake, take a 5-3 lead, and it feels honestly very similar to what we saw on that hard point. Catawba just holding on, going pound for pound, bar for bar, but they're now starting to just slip away, man. It's so frustrating to see this happen because Catawba really feels like they can maybe make some sort of historic junior college upset. Every time they get close, Fire Ants just pull away, and you can see that here, this 5-3 lead.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it. When how do I say this? For Redhawks, I love the ideas that you have right now. But let's try to turn those ideas into a couple of shots and maybe some kills in. Yeah, first blood. Jumper. 2 down, apparently Mayhem. He gets to trade in.
I think they just showed B, like they made all that noise, and now they're starting to think about where do we want to go now? Jumpa sees the door open. I mean, a lot of panic coming in from the Red Hawks. Big 1v1 there from ADR on the backside of the map. Mayhem's not going to see that play. That got scary for a second. So that's bomb down, and that's going to be the round as well. Catawba stays alive, and they need one more round to send this to 11.
If we get to around 11,
I don't know how to call it either. Like, it's just so close right now, unsolved.
I know it's going to be a bang out if we get to round 11. I love Santi's aggression, and I love Mayhem's ability to just watch and play for the trades, and Mr. ADR to just pair up with his teammates and get the kills when needed. But oh my gosh.
Catawba, can they pull this one back from a 5-3 to a 5-5? They're on the attack this time around. Noise being made over here by the helicopter. Mayhem gets caught out. That's going to open up the bottom side of the map, and everyone's starting to sprint over there. If you're a Red Hawk player, 3 arrows fill the bottom left of the map. You have to try and reclaim it. ADR finds one. Jumpa inside the helicopter, but you don't have control of the B bomb. So Jumpa has a power position here inside the helicopter, and I think Reno spotted that player out. Yep, the bullets are definitely going to give it away. Meanwhile, Santi and Mayhem, the 2 aggressive players, have both fallen here for the Fire Ants. So ADR and Reno trying to clutch this one out. Jumpa gets back down, but the plant's going down. It will get stuck. So no matter what happens to that player's life, the 3v2 advantage and the post-plant scenario, everything going the way of Catawba and pointing to around 11.
The problem is if they're watching the right angles. Oh my gosh.
Hey there.
Yeah, okay. Yep. It's taken down.
But you still got 2.
Possibly. Yeah.
Oh my! Playing his line beautifully, just showing his face on those windows. Tags up the last player. 17 seconds. ADR has control of the bomb site. 9 HP. But do you know where KT is? A stun check comes through. KT probably has to check now if he gets that hit marker. Like, hey, where is he? Checks the bomb. Knows that nothing's happening. It's not going to be there for the Fire Ants on the defuse. Beautifully played by Catawba as they open up the B site. Force this round 11. ADR will shut him down. I'm curious. He might have gotten a score streak off of that, so that could be something to play for here in round 11.
Ooh-wee. Playing your life and save you in some of these search and destroy matches. I love the finesse. Even if he couldn't get the kill, I love the finesse. Man, even the Mr. ADR 12 and 6, by the way.
It was a
He's
Santi
putting out
game.
some powerful plays.
Yeah, map 1 was Santi. Now it's kind of ADR. Mayhem falls first. Reno will get a trade, and we're going right back to the bunker. Kill happening both ways here as the Fire Ants. It looks like they're going to control it. Aiden gets low with the grenade, and you can see, I think that was Santi who's trying to chase this player down. Bomb down. Catawba trying to make this series 1-1. They have to make a reclaim. The next 38 seconds will determine here who and maybe where our championship series will go. Aiden on the outside. Maybe trying to get some coordination with Jumpa. Jumpa waiting to drop down the elevator shaft. You can see Catawba starting to circle around the objective. Reno finds a very easy one. Aiden can't win the up-close and personal battle with Santi, and that does it. That 5-3 lead that evaporated gets shut down in round 11. USC survive. and take a very commanding 2-0 lead here in the grand finals. One more map remains, and we have our 2025 spring champions.
All right. I think Jumbo was waiting for someone to make the call to try to jump down and try to at least try to push on in or collapse on that push, but he hesitated just a little too much, and that costed him to die in that scenario. And now all your teammates was just trying to push and collapse, and it just did not work out in the end. Mr. ADR, I think he ended with 13.
Wait, 13? Yeah, something around that nature. Yeah, let's see. I think we got a screenshot here. ADR had 12 kills on that game. A flip from Santi's near 40 bomb on map 1. Right now, the Fire Ants are in full force. We are going to go to a quick break here. When we return, a chance to crown our spring champions, or will we see Katapa make the comeback? Stay tuned for more. Alrighty, we are back and pretty much underway here with our vault control. If you're just joining us, Sumter, one map away from junior college champions. And it's settling that Carolina debate right now. The Redhawks will be in red. The Fire Ants are in their white. We have seen the masterclass come across the board between Santee, ADR, Mayhem. Mayhem's getting up close and personal, but man, oh man, starting off on this control here, we have seen Catawba, this Cinderella run throughout these bracket. They have actually made a lot of these close so far unsolved, these first two maps, but they find themselves down 2-0.
Yeah, they did. They're actually trading. They're actually pulling the trades off in this great moment. They have this 8 push, this 8 capture, got 2.
They should get it.
Yeah.
Wait, how did
got it? Santee 2 down.
How did Santee get that 2-piece? Aiden will get the objective. He's a moment away from doing so, and he will cost him his life. Santee walks away with the triple. He's actually in a 4 streak right now. And now he's on a killing spree as he's starting to just really take control of that top side of the map. Usually this is what we see. We see that first kill. Pretty easy to capture, but then you're trying to break this last one, and you're trying to force that player out of top. It gets very difficult from this point on. You can see, heck, he's not worried about the objective. He's actually trying to push into their spawn, make it difficult to breathe for the Fire Ants. Reyna will be traded out, so this heavy focus on pushing out their back spawn. A great heads-up play for Catawba. Meanwhile, a break comes through in for ADR. And this map, there's like multiple fights happening all across the minimap if you look there on the bottom left.
Yeah. So I know Santee had a powerful start with that 5 spree, gets caught. Honestly, I love how fast that 8 capture was. Now let's see if they can make B a little better here. Redhawks, they're up by 1 life as Santee just cuts 2 down. Trying to push all the way up to his opponent's side. Aiden gets 1 down. Santee is still free-flowing with a 4.
But you know what I'm looking at? You know what I'm looking at here on Solve? Look at these lives. They're in favor of Catawba, so if they can maybe force the issue and play these trades, you can win this game, or this round, excuse me, on lives. Mayhem up close, up against that van. Can't get anything to go. Or maybe you can do it on the objective right now. Jump up, finds 1. They're working as a unit right now. This Catawba team's really starting to come alive. ADR from up top gets shut down the second he pokes his head out the window. Heck, finds 2, 6 HP, getting aggressive, 4 down. Catawba might be able to start a reverse sweep here in the control.
Wow. Okay. That was impressive out of Heck to get that 2-piece, and then the team just collapses on B. They all collapsed together, and oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. That was a beautiful round. This is what you need to get the momentum back on your side if you want to get right back into this series. That was beautiful.
And Santee had that 5. And Santee, for me, had that 5 spree, right? But outside of that, he went 4 and 6. So that 1 life was electric, and that's where we saw USC control the tempo. But then after that, I love Catawba's prioritization to push out that art tower side of the map, and that's really how they were able to break through, not letting USC be able to make it out of spawn. So they win the opening attacking round. This is very interesting. Maybe we can see a little bit of an attacking dominance start to be established, and that's 3 kills lighting up red in the feed. ADR gets found out, and look, they're not resting on their laurels. They are pushing all up into that pool house. Heck, playing up close and personal. This is a really crafty team right now. Catawba is not letting the number 2 seed rest.
If you're a 17 team streak, make it 18 team streak out of Redhawks. They're playing so well right now. Mr. ADR gets 2 down. Finally something out of Fire Ants. They're getting shut down, dropped by this Redhawk team.
But they haven't even gotten close yet, Unsolved, to this objective. Like, that wave of kills out of their spawn. Now they finally take control. The lives are still remaining with Catawba. Aiden from up top. 1, 2. How do you do? See you later. They're going to push right back into their spawn. This defense here from the Redhawks is starting to really light up a crucial 1v1 from Santee as he opens up that pool side of the map that kind of temporarily stops this aggression from the Redhawks. I say that, though. Heck, 11 and 7, starting to get up into the face here of the Fire Ants. Now, 2 players on this A objective. Mayhem's trying to make something happen. Presto magic starting to come through as this map 2 really, or excuse me, round 2, we're starting to open up. 10 seconds on the clock. Redhawks are playing this beautifully.
Finally, a breath of life out of this Redhawks team. This is what we were waiting for. Man, they were on a streak. The whole team was just on a streak with this defense. Yo, this is strong defense out of Redhawks. Reno is 2-16.
Ooh.
What? Man is struggling. But that's how good this Redhawks team are playing this control. No wonder they picked it, because they were that good in control.
Oh my gosh, look at the time. 1.6 seconds on the clock. You just have to get them off of the objective. Redhawks know this. They're kind of throwing a lot of their life at this objective. It will be secured. That's a minute added on. Lives still remain in favor of Catawba, but somehow the Fire Ants are surviving, and it was a huge life deficit that they have pulled back. They're within 2 kills now, but you would imagine if you could just win one wave, if you're the Redhawks, get them down to those S&D lives, you can pretty much secure a defense and take a 2-0 lead here in control.
Yeah, they were playing it really well. They were up like 14 lives. Mayhem sneaking through the backside, gets him. Santi cuts one down. Okay,
what's happening here? This is a cell right now, Unsolved. It's a score streak from Aiden to try and stop the bleeding, but the lives are back in favor of the Fire Ants. 3 kills for the price of 1 has gone the way of the number 2 seed. Jumpa slides through. It's 2 players remaining for Catawba. They invested a score streak too. A beautiful start to this control has been vanquished. KT from the backside. That triple stack onto the objective. It's shut down. Wow. USC make a miracle happen there on their attack to tie this one back. We should be talking about a 2-0 control, a dominant defense. Remember, it was 1 second on that opening objective. They just had to get them off. The Fire Ants make presto magic happen.
I'm shocked, because Redhawks were up by what, 10, 12 lives at the beginning of that round. They were at a 17-18 team streak. They were flowing, but then it was on Santi and Mayhem's to just find the route to get to that A objective. They hit underground, and wow.
Here we go. It feels like everything's now going the way of USC. Heartbreak again for Redhawks. Remember, they had that comeback in S&D down 5-3. Almost made that 5-3 curse feel very real for the number 2 seed, but USC and co make the clutch happen. This attack from the Redhawks, it's pretty scattered. You can see B objective starting to get contested by Aiden. Jumpa playing his life at the middle of the map. Gets a big 1v1 with ADR. So B objective will be cleared, but progress being made at A.
Yeah. Have to try to clear A as best as you can. Reno gets shut down again. Oh, 3 is down. Santi taking them out. Man, Santi 26 and 13.
Oh, a hostage situation from Mayhem. Maybe an accidental situation. From how intense this game is, I highly doubt people are thinking about doing interrogations. Reno now starting to come alive. 7-19, not doing too well, but really in this round 3, maybe making a little bit of a mark here, especially towards this A objective. And we're starting to see this play out kind of similar to what we saw in the Redhawks defense. A objective not being able to be approached by Catawba. They're trying to get around this objective, especially Aiden over by these palm tree side, top side of the map. He gets shut down as well. Jumpa now. Last player kind of remaining here on this front line, can't make his way through. Mayhem through the backside, gets one, trying to skip away with his life. Gets a player on the backside as well. Regen comes through for Mayhem. He missed his player at pool. I think he got an audio cue. Mayhem just hunting everybody down. Can't get that kill. ADR will clean it up. 7 seconds on the clock. Redhawks nowhere near.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait a minute.
KT, hop on the A point. Wait, hold on a minute. Okay, Mayhem's shuts him down. Mayhem's gets 3 on that round.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, if this ends 3-0, you know, your heart feels for Catawba because map 1 was close. Map 2 was a heartbreaker. And this one is really the top level of just disaster class. I mean, that that round 3 or excuse me, that round 2 where you could have taken a 2-0 lead on that defense. Instead, now you're down 2-1. Everything right now is going the way of USC here in these last 2 rounds. It just feels like this Cinderella magic that the Redhawks have is just starting to dissipate.
Yeah. 32-14. Santi leading the lobby, leading the team. And honestly, he is bumping it up. A 7 streak out of Santi right now. But man. Let's see what Redhawks can do. Make it 8. Make it 8 for Santi. Playing for streaks, and let's see him keep on going. And he gets caught out. They stopped the streak at least. Yep, that's 4 dead.
That's 4 dead. 4 dead coming through here for the Redhawks. And I can't say this though with confidence because we saw Catawba have this start last time around on defense, playing very aggressive, but this time it's actually looking even better than their first defense. Might be able to escape through the top side of the map yet. You can see 3 white dots running down that street. Meanwhile, Santi in a 1v1 with Heck, playing quick beat. The stun comes through, but Heck will clutch that one up. Jumpa now, meanwhile, trying to defend the B objective while Mayhem stops the clock. A also making progress. Multiple fronts are being waged upon here on the war turf of Vault. Heck falls through the map, trying to get something onto the objective, can't do so. And just like we saw last time around, USC in the last second, can they get this A objective? They have stopped the clock at 20 seconds, and they have a second tick. They should capture this A objective with much more calmness this time around.
Yeah, pretty much. They are just shutting them down. Santi with a 40 bomb and a 5 spree, trying to make this thing work in his favor. And yeah, when you're up 2 lives, which is surprisingly, Santi again on the 7 spree gets shut down. This man is a Terminator.
1 tick and a half for USC. They just need to finish here on the C objective. Is there a hero for the Redhawks? Last player remaining is Santi. 43 kills and 18 deaths for this man. A finals performance to remember for USC. Santi really trying to lead his team to a championship. They might just do it. A minute on the clock. They have a 1 life advantage. Will it be time? Will it be the objective? Or will it be kills? USC can close it out here. The objective starting to go the way of USC, but the kill feed starting to light red. Mayhem falls, and they will hold on. Catawba, 50 seconds remain. 7-7 on the lives.
Yeah, this is where you can play team deathmatch if you are the Fire Ants. You want to at least try to get 1 kill in, or try to collapse on this B push, because oh wait, now 2 are down. Okay, even lives. Even lives. Mayhem
3v3.
He's traded out.
But Jumpa has like 15 bullets in his clip. Will it be enough? Maybe he can just get 1 kill with that half of a magazine. Right now, up the vault tunnel. Jumpa holding on up top. Look at this flank from Santi. Santi, 46 kills, trying to make the hero play. Meanwhile, on the objective, Aiden dancing with his life. Santi might be able to make this hero play happen right here, right now. It's now a 1v2. Santi can maybe clutch it for his team. Catawba holds on. We head to a round 5. Man, the reverse sweep maybe is on the cards. Catawba just cannot let go of this series right now.
Santi is almost at a 50. If
he's gonna get a 50 bomb, there's no way.
Oh my god! No, this will be the ultimate heartbreaker if the Redhawks win this. It will be the ultimate heartbreaker if Redhawks get this.
I've seen a lot of college CoD over the past 3 years or so in my time of casting Call of Duty. I have never seen somebody drop this dominant of a performance in a control. Santi right now is taking complete control, pun intended, of this map 3, really trying to will his team to victory, getting very aggressive here. Finally, he's going to be cut down before he brings anyone with him. KT trying to fly up the map. You can see Catawba has a huge preference on getting map control before they get the objective in control. You can see that exactly with KD and Aiden. KT Aiden running this one down right now. BA both getting progress. A gets a tick. B about to get one as well.
Aiden was on the 6 spree. Mayhem, take him down. Man, Red Hawks, they are trying. I won't take anything away from them. They are really trying their hardest in this round 5.
Yeah, you can honestly kind of feel the passion kind of bleeding through the screens as you watch CVCC try to fight their way back into this one. I mean, a 50 bomb now just hit from Santi, but look at his teammates. I mean, he is really trying to will everybody on his team into this one. 2 players are negative. Mayhem's barely positive. KT kind of has one in a trap, hiding behind a pillar. Santi gets double challenged. Aiden picks up the kill. A objective is close to being captured. KT can't escape towards the building. Mayhems gets cut down as well. That's going to be A captured. So at a minute on, a 4 life advantage for Red Hawks to try and stay alive here in map 3.
Honestly, if in this situation, I would definitely try to at least play my life where my team can back me up in some of these situations. The life count is getting pretty much even here. Man, Red Hawks, they are trying so hard right now, and I don't blame them.
Live
Santi 52 and 26.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, Santi is just having a performance right now. Mayhem's gonna get cut down. Wait a second, CVCC has made their way through. They have multiple players on this B objective. Santi wins a crucial 1v1, now getting up close and personal. Finds 1, finds 2! Santi with the hero clearance on the objective. Santi might have just done it. 55 kills to his name. He's gonna get cut down. Plenty of time really on this clock. Not a lot of lives. USC is on the back foot here. 8 might have slipped on the map. You can see Mayhems. He is behind the CVCC attack. He could maybe make a pinch, and he does so. Finds 1 at the mid-map, but Live still in favor here of the number 9 seed. KT through the backside. Has plenty of time to work with. Reno finds 1. KT in 1v1. Gets shut down! Santi with the reverse. The turn on. And now the lives are even. Still plenty of time on that clock. Mayhems. Very difficult to find how to cut him down. It's just CVCC through and through right now.
Ooh. Got the 1 life count, but honestly, they need to at least do something here. Though one person throw themselves on point or something. Santi,
USC has it. It's all down to KT. It's all down to KT. Final life makes it a 1v2. 10 seconds on the clock. It's shut down.
Yeah.
No comeback for you. USC are your 2025 Spring Junior College Championships. A dominant season. They don't lose any, and they close it out.
If this lasted for a little bit longer,
maybe
Santi would have dropped a 60 bomb. But it was on Santi and Mayhems. And that round 2 to hit the underground vault route to try and push all the way up to B. Santi takes 6 down with him on that push just to secure that time on the B. When most of his teammates get shut down, by Aiden, you had Santi just playing his life, waiting. That man turned up the heat. 59 kills in a vault control.
And go back to that hard point too.
Yeah.
You almost had a 40 bomb.
You don't even see 60 kills in a control, even in the Pro CoD League. So for him to do that is outstanding. Someone drive him in the face, because they need it.
He's coming for you, simp.
He's coming for you, down bad right now. And
I mean, like, let's GG's for this one.
Man,
that was a beautiful series that we just saw come out. You got to give a congratulations to CVCC. You did not expect these guys to be in the grand final. The 9 seed, a 2-3 record on the regular season. Not a lot going for them. They just made playoffs happen. It was magic time for them. It was 3-0, but I think 3-0 kind of flatters USC Sumter, because to be honest, the dominance was really from CVCC, or maybe not dominant, but it was close. Like, they made that S&D close. They made the control close. The hard point was relatively close as well. So to see that end up 3-0, I think is a little disheartening there for the North Carolina guys, but GG to them. USC Sumter take the championship in a very convincing fashion. I always like to congratulate like an MVP. It's just easily Santee there in that series. I don't think you can even make an argument for anybody else. Maybe ADR in that S&D, but to be honest, that control was something special.
After doing the math in my head, that man Santee, I wanted to not only he's the MVP of this series, but MVP just overall. Even just from the series alone. A 2.13 is
he had like 12 kills a round. No, wait. So you play 5 rounds. He had almost 60 kills. Yeah, just about 12 kills there on that. That was 12 kills per round. He was just constantly going. And it was crucial, too, because it ended in 5 rounds. It wasn't like USC slammed him in that control. If he wasn't playing at that high echelon, because all of those rounds finished within on like clock or within a close amount of lives, like his kills really made the difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big time. When we go back to the control, he went on a 7 spree, I think it was like 2 times, 3 times, just playing his life, trying to play for the trying to push into enemy base. His aggression is another level. We go all the way back to the protocol search and destroy. He was pushing up in enemy bases most of the time, just in like the first 3 rounds. Maybe he did get caught out in some of them, but oh my gosh.
Well, it looks like our interview is ready. We have an interview here with the winning team, Sumter. Congratulations are in order. We've got Santee joining us for the interview. Santee, just like congratulations on a championship, by the way, but even more like that performance we were glazing the the living heck out of you, man. Good stuff. It says you're muted on Discord, but just congratulations, man. What a performance there. Quickly, man. How are you feeling as you went through that control? It was going back and forth, but almost a 60 bomb. How are you feeling, man, after that performance? Oh, I can't hear
I
you.
think it was muted.
there it
My
is.
bad.
Sorry,
My
Santee.
bad.
You're good, man. I can hear you now.
I'm pretty happy. I'm sorry if my English is not that good, but I'm gonna try my best. I just came from Argentina, far away, to play here from USC Center.
You got a Messi.
Really happy for their opportunity to me, and I don't know, pretty happy. First ring together. I hope we get more. So let's keep it up and keep grinding like we are doing right now. Thank you guys for the congratulations, by the way.
No, yeah, of course. I wanted to also ask, you mentioned it there. What's the future for you and your team here, Santee?
I don't really know. Right now I want to eat some burgers with the team and let's see what happens for next semester. But pretty happy, to be honest. I'm really happy right now.
Yeah, most definitely. Unsol, did you have something to ask my boy here?
I actually do. Santee. Before I ask a question, I just wanted to let you know you are our MVP. You definitely, your performance is outlandish. So congratulations to you for being our MVP. Because we were sitting here debating. We were debating between.
Oh, there wasn't a debate. That's a lie. I said I usually like to debate the MVP, but no, you had that like straight up.
No, though you did. But a question to you is, what what was the team's game plan coming into this series? What was the game plan?
Okay, first of all, thank you guys for all the good comments and everything. I really appreciate it. I think I don't really care about me being the MVP. I'm happy about that, obviously, but I think we work great as a team. And I don't know, we just came here to play what we have been practicing this entire semester. I think everything was really great. So I don't know, happy. We are really improve a lot because I think we didn't drop a series on the
No, you
entire
didn't. You were
season.
undefeated.
So I don't know. That's why we came here with my other international teammate Mayhems, and I'm pretty happy with that, with all the results together.
All right. Well, hey,
Yeah,
GG's to you, Santi. I really appreciate you coming on. You have great English, dude. Don't let anyone tell you different, man. You did great. You look
yeah.
amazing on
I'm
the
trying my
camera.
best.
You look almost as good as you do there on Vault. Okay, man. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on
I
the
got,
stream, man.
one more. I got one more.
Oh,
I just got
go
one more
ahead,
question.
Unsolved. Go ahead, bro.
I wanted to talk to you about you and Mayhem on that search and destroy. You guys were most of the time Mayhem was just setting up for the trades, but your play style of pushing into enemy spawn, was that your play like was that a play style you developed over the season? Like how did that form?
I think so. I think me and Mayhems, we are like so aggressive, and we are like counter-arresting our teammates because our ARs are pretty slow. That's not a bad thing. They are playing slow for us, so we can play fast. And I don't know, we should have been taking info from them. They were not defending B at all, so we try to pinch them on the spawn and try to get some first bloods and picks. But I think it was just like we like to play aggressive, but it was too about looking what the other team is doing and do the great play.
Thank you, Santi, for coming
Hey,
on, man. Go get you some burgers. Go celebrate a little bit, man. Go
Thanks to you.
have some fun. Appreciate you coming on, man. Best of luck in your guys' upcoming seasons. We want to see more dominance come out of you and the boys there. But we're going to wrap things up. Our champions, USC Sumter, a very convincing one. Folks, thank you for tuning in. And until next semester, take care.